This is a Dragon Blazer production, and I am the little boogeyman.
All right.
This is the Boomer and Blaze show. I am Boomer.
And I'm Blaze.
And I'm feeling old again. It's great. My back's a little fighting me today, so that's lovely. It's a great way to...
I'm feeling second day of autumn here.
I see that. That's right, baby. It's Halloween already. We don't care.
Oh,
my neighborhood...
September is Halloween Eve. I mean, come on.
My neighborhood is decked out in Halloween already, and I love it.
Shit. My house is decked out in Halloween all year round.
Well, so is mine.
Another...
You know, as far as like the neighbors, you know, neighbors out there. Like, and I know we have a very small audience, but I know we have some foreign listeners. In America, like Halloween's right there with Christmas. And I know it's not that way in every country, but here it's the same thing. Like, it's just big.
Halloween's better than Christmas to me.
To a lot of us, it is. Like, we don't have to deal with Mariah. If that bitch ever makes a Halloween song, I'm going to hunt her down.
Hey, we don't want to get canceled. Let's not be talking about hunting. Let's not talk about hunting down Mariah Carey.
Okay. All right.
Man, if Mariah Carey sues us, I will be sad and happy at the same time. Like, we're getting sued by Mariah Carey.
In the words of Eric Bischoff, controversy creates cash. That's what he says. And,
that's what he does say.
We'll be talking about a little of that today and many other things, but we have to start with sad news that literally broke right before we went to record. We lost a former Bengal. Rudy Johnson has passed away at age 45.
Holy crap, Rudy passed away.
Yeah. And,
I did not hear this. Did they say how?
Well, no, there's no cause of death yet. It's blowing up on my Facebook, but it's probably the NFL pages, the Bengal pages I follow. But they did say he's been battling with mental health and side effects from CTE. So let's hope it wasn't something, horrible. I'm not even going to insinuate that because there's no cause of death release. It literally just was broke by TMZ. So, yeah, it's a little rough. I remember Rudy. I definitely remember Rudy.
I remember Rudy.
Rudy was chant for him just like the movie. Rudy. He was good. I remember Rudy well.
I liked Rudy back in the day.
I didn't really have time to pull up all his stats and stuff. I can't remember exactly when he was a Bengal, but it wasn't that long ago. This literally happened. Like, I did this. You sent me the link to start recording when I saw this, so I had to make this real quick before we even got on the air today.
Yeah, I didn't. I hadn't even heard about it yet.
Right, it literally broke that quick as soon as you sent me the link. So hopefully it wasn't the worst scenario, because we all know CTE is no joke. Mental health is no joke. So
yeah, right.
So hopefully that was not the reason. Like I said, we don't know. There's no cause of death revealed. But 45 is young. I'm 45. That's young. I feel like I'm old, but 45 is young, man. It's not something we want to hear. So
yeah, I'm looking up to see when he played for us.
What are you using, dial-up internet over there? What are you doing?
Well, I also texted my oh my gosh, it was a while ago.
Oh, here
2001 to 2007.
Whoa! Wow!
I texted my my brother-in-law about it, but he might not even know. He might have been too young. Wow. Oh, has it been that long?
Yeah, it has. I was thinking it wasn't that far back, but
I was thinking like 2000. Oh shoot, so we had him when we first had a possibility of going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, with our first playoff game in 2005 when he was there at that playoff game then.
Yeah, our little short glory days back in the day there. So yeah, rest in peace, Rudy.
Oh wait. Rest in peace.
How can we forget about that? Yeah, we have.
I didn't forget.
I forgot, but I'm old, you know.
It's new.
It is new.
Literally came up with it last week.
We're also hoping it doesn't have to be every week thing, but sometimes this happens.
It seems to be an every week thing.
Yeah, and this was like right before we started.
So you're saying we had no prominent deaths?
No, none that I came across my feed. No, not until I saw this. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Rest in peace, Rudy. Houday. But we'll get to that later.
A somber Houday.
Yeah, somber Houday. All right, enough of that. I think it's time
for bullshit corner.
What'd you call me?
That's what I called you.
I have to say that the first thing we're going to talk about today, I'm glad this situation has changed in the last 6 days. Because I wasn't even sure about how well I would be able to handle talking about this. But since it lasted about as long as CM Punk's world title reign and the Cracker Barrel logo, we can have a little more fun with it, but we're still going to talk a little bit about why this wasn't okay. Last week, Jimmy Kimmel got canceled because he made a political joke like every fucking late night show does, but because he made a joke about Magman or president, he was canceled.
The thing that frustrates the hell out of me out of all this is, like, people are trying to say that he was disrespecting Charlie Kirk's memory and all that stuff. He wasn't. He was literally just talking about the way MAGA was responding to it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. At first, I just read the quote, and then I watched the actual clip, and it was just a typical, whether you like the political jokes or not, it was just a typical late night fucking political sketch, and no one in the crowd fucking hissed or booed. Everybody laughed. Like,
yeah, I mean, what the thing he said was that MAGA is trying to make the shooter anything but themselves, and people took that as, oh, you're lying, you're accusing it when we know it was the left. He didn't even say that. He said that the MAGA essentially was saying that MAGA was accusing the left even without any knowledge of the shooter, and before we even caught the shooter, they were doing that. So that's all he was talking about, that hypocrisy.
And he made no racial comments. He made no hurtful comments. Was it bad timing? You could maybe argue that, but we don't cancel people for that. And then the people trying to compare this to when he was making jokes about Roseanne getting canceled that last time when her show came out, that was totally different. Roseanne made a racist comment. So that is different. I'm sorry. Like, you know, there was nothing here that was racist or hurtful or anything else.
Yeah. No.
Like, should you have said it because of who you work for? Disney? Maybe not. But the point is, as Americans, I don't care what side you're on, when he got pulled, that should concern you.
Well, do you know that even Tucker Carlson and who's that guy in Florida? The mayor of Florida.
I can't remember his name. But
I can't think. Ted Cruz.
Yeah, pretty much nobody was okay with this. In this world,
he might be Dallas.
Liked him or not, like whether people liked him or not, like everybody in the world of politics and talk shows and such, some were okay. Like our president thought it was wonderful. It's not. You can't shut up the people you don't like.
Yeah, well,
this was a violation of freedom of speech. And FCC, when the fuck do you hear about those guys? By the way, we were talking about this off air. We can say fuck the FCC. They have no jurisdiction over podcasts.
Fuck them.
We can literally say pretty much anything we want. About the only thing you'd have to worry about is YouTube pulling an episode. But we're not regulated by the FCC, and the FCC is never even heard of. But all of a sudden, someone says something that our president doesn't like, and he's pulled.
Yeah. So I just found out. Apparently, it was officially suicide.
Oh, okay. That must have been breaking once we started recording.
Well, I texted my brother-in-law, and he responded. He's like, "How?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know yet."
Yeah.
And then he looked it up, and it said suicide. I guess he sent me a picture too.
That's unfortunately what I thought when I read it about the CTE and the mental health issues. So sad.
Sad. Man, this is getting pretty political. I see that the next thing you have.
But that's not, to me, this isn't political, the next thing. But anyway, we got to finish this, though. There was discussions, blah, 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 and Jimmy is back. He came back last night. I didn't see any clips. But still, part of the story, though, is Sinclair Broadcasting is still not going to show the Jimmy Kimmel show.
What the hell is Sinclair Broadcasting? I don't even know what that is.
It's like how we have Spectrum and Comcast. So in certain states where that's the provider or the ABC affiliates that are owned by that company, they're still not going to show Jimmy Kimmel. But Disney brought it back, and I'm sure there was things like you got to watch what you say and certain, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it. I've seen. My biggest problem with it was there was nothing there that deserved the man to be pulled off the air.
Well, here's another thing. I've heard people trying to say that, well, maybe you should stop joking about politics. That's been a staple of late night comedy from as far back as I know. Like, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Carson.
Like, I saw Jon Stewart's reaction, and I'm like, oh, he's trying to get canceled. But guess what? He didn't get canceled. you know?
Like Oh yeah,
And
I saw
could
the whole
say,
Daily Show where they were doing a whole MAGA approved
and I
Daily
wish I
Show.
could say they brought him back because they thought they knew they were wrong, but they didn't. They brought him back because overnight their stocks dropped and a
Oh yeah,
crazy amount of
people were
money
like
overnight.
canceling their
People were
Disney
canceling
Plus.
subscriptions. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
not because they
everything.
knew they were wrong. It's because they saw their money going away. So, but hey,
Money
whatever.
talks.
But yeah, this is not. I'm glad this situation got because I was in my head. I was like, "Fuck, we might get canceled. I have to go in here and talk about this."
Yeah.
And pulling a man just because you don't like what he says. Here we go again, folks. Like this isn't how the world works. Everybody can have an opinion. It was just a late night sketch, whether you agree with it or not. Like we haven't seen more stuff on other late night talk shows or various other programs. Like, so he's back. That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
The next one I didn't share for political or whatever, and people can get mad if I share it, but if you wanted your heartstrings tugged and you watch this clip of Charlie Kirk's wife at his funeral and she forgave the kid that killed her husband. And some people might say she did it for her image or for whatever the, political, I don't care. You can say what you want. That takes a lot to go in front of all those people. I can't even remember the number they said that was there. And say that you forgive that young man because he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
That takes a lot, and it was a tearjerker for sure.
Less of a tearjerker is Trump's response. Or did you hear?
This is why we avoid politics. Like I think, I don't want to take too many shots at the president because who knows what may happen.
Well, we try to. Yeah.
Look, I'm sure you've seen the most famous thing right now is the motherfucker can't pronounce the actual name for Tylenol.
Acetaminophen?
Yes, he could say acetaminophen. That's a viral clip right now too, as he's trying to blame Tylenol for autism.
Oh no, I've heard. Yeah, no, I'm more concerned about him saying that me and Charlie Kirk, we have a slight difference of opinions. I do hate my opponents.
Dude, how have you never done Donald Trump? That's a good impression. I've never heard that.
I tried not to be super political.
I know. We try not to. We try not to. So this I was just trying to share as a battlefield moment, and how many people could do that? How many people, whether you really mean it, but you say it because that's your beliefs, which is why I say, that's why I think she did it. They're religious, that's what they do. But can you imagine doing that? I forgive them.
I don't know.
Not right away. I don't know if I could do it that quickly. Could I do it? Maybe, but that quickly, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. It's rough, but it was quite a moment. It was a little bit of a tearjerker. Of course, you got all the conspiracy people out there saying, "Why did she keep looking up? Because she was going to Charlie." Because we're doing this Charlie still alive stuff. This is all over the internet already too.
No.
She was looking up at God. She's religious, for goodness sakes. But they're religious. Come on. I just don't think if I ever find out that's what he did, that'd be horrible. I still don't think it would be done that way, people. You're horrible. Why would you think he faked his death like that in front of his kids? Not like that. It would have been different, like poisoning or something, not a fucking bullet to the artery. Come on. Come on. You got anything else to add to this? We can get away from this and have some fun.
Because I'm just going to bash. I mean, I don't have an issue, with her she's a wife of someone that just passed away,
Yeah, and she forgave the killer, and that's all my point was.
It was the rest of the ceremony that was
the circus, the circus that it was. Yeah, but we can move on.
Like this is a funeral. This is a place to mourn someone that you cared about, and you take this time to tell everyone that I hate my enemies. I don't like them. I don't wish well. Like, what the hell?
Can we say shit show kids?
I mean, I don't know if that's the greatest thing you want to hear from your president, who's supposed to be the president for all of America anywhere, but at Charlie Kirk's memorial?
We don't talk a lot about politics, so while we're on the subject, let's be honest. Do we want to hear 90% of the shit that comes out of Trump's mouth?
If he wasn't the president of the United States, yeah, it's kind of entertaining. I mean, if we're going to be honest, if he wasn't in control of the free world,
for now.
It would be, for the most part, pretty hilarious. I mean, in a very dark humor type of way.
Which we both have some dark humor, so we can't totally knock that out.
I do. But that doesn't mean I like the guy or should vote for someone like that.
Exactly. So there you go.
Look, I want to make politics boring again, okay?
That's right.
I want to go back to where they are nicely being dicks to each other and not literally saying, I hate my enemies.
No, let's just go back to the good old-fashioned trash and stuff he used to do, like how they raised taxes when they were a senator, or they voted against unions, shit like that, that kind of dirt. Leave alone the other stuff.
Yeah.
And let's stop the hate, period. Don't hate. You can dislike people. People can be assholes, but don't let hate be what drives you.
Or like back in the day when John McCain lost to Obama, and he's like, hey, I just want to say that he ran a great campaign. I have all the respect, and we just have a difference of views. That's the politics I miss. When I didn't give a crap about politics and I didn't follow it like that. Which, hey, sure, maybe I should follow politics. And now I do. Thanks a lot. I follow it a lot, unfortunately.
But it's all about people falling and people farting. Don't follow politics. Just watch funny videos. Okay? Just watch funny stuff.
We're going down a dark path I was trying to avoid on this podcast, but
we're gonna get away from it. We're gonna go on to
I have a lot of feelings right now.
Feelings. That's why I was glad the Jimmy Kimmel thing straightened out, because in my head
I was glad about that, because that upset me a lot for free speech reasons.
The last episode was exactly free speech, folks. Free speech. And we kind of have that here, but you know what we choose it for? We choose it to be stupid, dumb, and hopefully make people laugh.
That's right.
That's what we use it for. We don't use it for hate. We don't use it for all this other shit. We're
trying to make our two listeners laugh.
That's right. Fuck. We want you to have some fun, watch some old wrestling, and just fucking have some fun. We use the advantage of being able to say fuck, shit, damn, cock, whatever we want like that, but we don't use it for our political views or our power.
Traditionally, but
when we like to keep up with what's going on in the world. When that shit's going on, we got to do it. So now we're going to move on, though. We're going to move on to something better. I am so excited for this. You have a trailer for us.
I do have a trailer
coming out this Christmas.
It's one that I had no idea was going. Like, I never heard that this was going on.
I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know what the concept was going to be. And we'll talk about it after we watch the trailer. But it's very cool.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
You don't say the last. It's okay.
Anaconda.
I don't want to wait, man.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Let's do it. Let's reboot Anaconda.
Yes.
Wait,
what?
This is going to be the adventure of a lifetime. We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
What does it cost to get this thing made?
$2.5 million.
We've approved a loan for up to $9,400.
Yes.
We're going to shoot it indie style. Run and gun.
We need a riverboat, a script, a snake handler, and a real snake.
Claire, you and I will star in it.
I love you, Derek.
Kenny, you shoot it.
Here we go.
Doug, you direct.
Action! Put your face right up next to the snake.
No. Maybe it'll be okay.
Howdy.
This is Anaconda, and we no longer have a snake for our snake movie. We have to go out in the jungle and find another one.
What is that?
Oh my.
My Anaconda.
We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted.
Now we die. It's okay, you're safe. I'm here. Holy shit.
My Anaconda.
Keep rolling.
Anaconda don't want none unless you.
He's dead.
Oh no. What are we gonna do?
What if we use Doug as bait to get back to the boat?
That's a really smart idea.
Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
I'm making a mistake.
He's alive. I think he checked his pulse. He did. Dad! He's right behind you. What the hell is going on there? It's a long story. Run!
Good shit. Got some Sir Mix-a-Lot in there. That's good stuff.
I mean,
first thing I thought of when I saw this trailer was Tropic Thunder.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets?
are you ready? Sorry.
That's the first thing I thought of was Tropic Thunder. Not exactly the same, but same concept. It's a movie about making a movie that becomes fucking real. Like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like, I kind of love it. I like it. When's the last time you've seen Steve Zahn in a movie?
it's been a minute. It's been a while.
Been a while.
And I like him. Big
I didn't
fan.
even know if he was still doing movies these days, you know?
He was semi-retired, you know. You never know. But yes, this Christmas, it looks very cool. And of course, a lot of people hate Tropic Thunder now, and I know it's not going to be exactly the same, but that's the concept here, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I heard about it months ago, but originally it didn't say exactly what they were doing. They just said they were doing Anaconda, and it was going to be a comedy, but it didn't mention that this is the approach they were taking. And I'm like, sign me up.
I didn't know what to think when I was like, Jack Black, Anaconda, and Paul.
Yeah.
Like, I love those two. Steve Zahn, I remember liking in the 90s or early 2000s. I can't remember. And then the one girl was Thandie Newton. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Yeah, from Westworld.
Yeah.
She's been in other things too, I'm sure, but I mostly know her from Westworld. She was awesome in Westworld.
Absolutely. So, yes, I'm definitely excited for that. What I'm not excited for, though, is what we have to talk about next.
Uh-oh.
Who Dey? Or Who Dey Not? You can have the floor first. You're always positive about our Bengals. I'm always the heel.
There wasn't a lot to be positive about this. We gave up 5 turnovers. Though the one positive thing I can say is that I think for the most part our defense played well. I know it says 48-10. 2 of those touchdowns were, one was a scoop and score, and one was an interception pick 6, which was to the same guy. The same guy got those 2 scores. I just can't even imagine what it was like having that guy on your fantasy team.
Yeah. Largest loss in franchise history. That's something we wanted.
Yeah. And then not only that, I mean, the penalties we gave up for the first drive, but our defense was playing well. There's only so much you can do. And I believe every single one of those turnovers we gave up led to points.
And let's also mention the fact that both teams had their backup quarterback, but Minnesota's backup quarterback is someone who used to be a starter and is a veteran in the league. So, you know, but it hurt, man.
There's no excuse.
The only thing that, maybe this sounds weird, right? But for me, though, the only thing is, well, I know he's not the only player on the team, but the fact that we didn't have Burrow makes these losses not hurt me as much.
It hurt me. It hurt me because you know what? Jake Browning had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Only
Jake
2.
Browning.
That means the other 3 were turnovers that were fumbles from our Jamar Chase had one. I believe T. Higgins had one. I believe did Chase Brown have the other? I'm not really sure who all had turnovers. They were all fumbles.
I always have to work, so I didn't get to see a lot of the game. But I read all the.
I didn't get to watch much of it because I was visiting my daughter at college, so I mostly
I saw the
listened
photos,
to it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Unfortunately, not the game that was in my ear and my earbud, but I mean, I guess if I'm going to miss a game, this seems like the best game to miss,
Picked a good one.
I picked a good one to miss, I thought we had a great chance of going 3-0. Vikings didn't have their starter. We didn't have our starter. Thought this is a chance to pile on another win. Oh my gosh, it couldn't have gone worse. And I do realize I saw some of those fumbles, and I do realize that a lot of it was the Vikings punching in. We just not securing well enough. They were attacking the ball.
Right.
They were attacking the ball and it was working.
Yeah, it was not what I wanted.
It's the point where I'm like, maybe we do try to trade for someone, you know. Maybe we do try to get Shedeur Sanders or whatever his name is, you know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm hoping the rest of our season isn't this bad.
Ugh.
I don't have a lot of positives other than I think the defense is not nearly our problem right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't. And again, you mentioned the score, but yeah, it's not. That wasn't all defense, and there wasn't excuses for like chasing them fumbling. But again, when you don't have your quarterback or a guy that's a leader, and I'm not knocking Jake Browning, but you know he's not established. He's not been around a long time.
He's a backup quarterback, is what he is. He's
a fine backup, but he's not ready to be a starter, and he can't be a starter. And we need something. I don't know who you can get and how. I was watching a pre-show the other day, and I saw the Beards just doing commentary. Maybe he's got a little bit left in the tank. Call Fitzpatrick up. Fitzpatrick, the Beard man.
Oh yeah,
playing. He's retired.
The bearded wonder. I would be fine with it.
Call the Beard up.
Bring the bearded wonder. I'd be cool with
There's
it.
still these rumors about Shedeur, but I don't want to give up stuff for another rookie. That's not going to solve the problem.
That's true. I don't know if I want that either. I just know he's
talent, but a young guy's not going to solve the problem. That's not going to help us.
I don't want him. I don't necessarily want him either because I don't want someone. I don't want us looking for someone that could be the future.
Right. That's all.
And maybe we should. I'm not ready to say that because I still love Burrow, and you know.
No. We just need a now. We need a now. We need somebody we can plug in that can, can lead a game.
Maybe Kirk Cousins. I know I've heard that one thrown around. I believe
because he's not the starter in Atlanta or wherever he is. I don't know what that would cost either. But what's AJ doing? Where's AJ at? I mean, AJ was always decent for us. AJ I don't know what he's doing. But
I'd kind of like to get. Like, if we're going to do something, like really do something, I'd like them to try to find someone that, you know, is kind of more of a veteran, like someone who, like Kirk Cousins would be.
Cousins would be good. I'm trying to think who else might be available. I don't think there's a lot of free agents out there, but Cousins is somebody that's not happy and might not cost an arm or a leg. And you can still keep them. You can still keep them on your roster for a minute, so.
I see other teams do that. Go get someone like a Kirk Cousins. Let's do it because let's say that Burrow can come back in 3 months, like don't bring him back if we're gonna be playing like this. And
you know what this sounds like? This is like deja vu because we've talked about this before. Every time Burrow's injured, we're like, if you have an established backup, you don't have to bring him back right away. Like just because he's ready to go doesn't mean you need to pull him. Let him have some time. And if we get
I'm just saying in 3 months, if we can possibly be in the playoff picture. It'd be nice to see him back,
right,
and possibly making a Super Bowl run. But that's not going to happen.
But in 3 months, if we're not in the playoff picture, they're still going to put him back on the field. Guarantee, and they shouldn't. Like if we're not in the playoff picture when he comes back,
if we're out of the playoffs, let him rest the rest of the season.
Just let him have the rest of the season.
Yeah, don't throw him in there for 3 games to possibly make it worse. Yeah, no. But if we have a chance. And maybe we need to get someone like Kirk Cousins to have a chance. I don't know. Maybe Jake Browning just had a bad first game. Maybe I shouldn't. I mean, last game we somehow won with Jake Browning, and he threw 3 interceptions. That's concerning to me.
Yeah, it's not
so.
Best, so
I'm trying not to be all doom and gloom, but it was really hard when you have this bad of a loss.
Sometimes it is really hard. That's true. Oh, never mind. Anyway, cut that. All right, are we done being sad about the NFL?
I suppose.
We got lots of good stuff today, so let's just move on. Let's go to just some wrestling news. We have it's like trick or treat today almost for your kids. We still got a video game review and a special reveal, and oh man, it's just a lot going on. There, he wouldn't show that we were bitching because we were.
Yeah, bitching.
We just want to make sure we saw it. All right, so first news, we actually talked about this when it was teased, and now the images have come out. The CM Punk, the Punk Life figure is real, and I have the first images of it. It's going to come out next month. It's your next graphic there.
Sorry, I was getting rid of graphics. Punk Life.
Real. This is it. This is the shots of it. Look at that. That's got to go in my cabinet, right? I gotta have that.
I do like that. I like it a lot, actually.
I like it a lot. Yes, they said it was coming out, and it will be coming out next month. So there you go. That's an exclusive collector's edition. One of the best parts of the retirement tour so far, I think, was that whole thing with CM Punk. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. We're going to talk about something neither one of us watched. Because fuck you, ESPN. WrestlePalooza was over the weekend. I don't know if you read all the rave reviews online. Things like, I can't even find a fucking thing. Why are there commercials when I paid $30 extra?
Right?
How come ESPN can't handle this and the screen keeps freezing?
Oh, wow.
Those were the kind of reactions online. I hate to give any kind of credit to Vincent Kennedy McMahon, but he had a funny tweet that said, hey, can somebody tell me what time WrestlePalooza starts? I want to make sure my VPN is set up. Yeah,
Vince McMahon said
Vince
that?
Vince McMahon tweeted that shit.
Wow. Jeez.
There was a lot of confusion. I remember when we originally talked about this, they made it sound like if you already had ESPN, then you would have access to it if you paid through your cable company. That's what they made it sound like originally. Come to find out, it's not that clean and simple. That only works if you have certain providers like Spectrum or YouTube TV. Then on top of it, I had a friend who had ESPN Plus, but that wasn't good enough because it's not on ESPN Plus. It's on ESPN Unlimited. So even if you already had ESPN Plus, you still had to pay the extra money to upgrade to the other app. And then people were saying it took you to an ad to sign up for Disney Plus because that's included in this bundle, but they would hit the thing and they couldn't get it. So there was just a lot of complaints about trying to watch it. And we'll go over what happened, but then ESPN even graded it and they gave it a C.
Huh.
Yeah. The guy who reviewed it said the best match of the night was the Women's World title match was the best match of the night. But he said Triple H didn't follow through with the promise of surprises and blah, blah, blah. They weren't a fan of the Brock and Cena match. So, yeah, I got a C for the first pay-per-view.
Wow.
So, and we'll discuss it. But like I said, neither one of us got to watch it. So I'm just going by everything.
That's terrible.
First one didn't go too well. Didn't go too well. But to be honest, Triple H hyped it up like it was going to be a WrestleMania. And a few things happened, but there was nothing major on this show that went down that's going to like break the internet. So
I don't even know who all won. I think I know Stephanie McClure won.
I gotta load some stuff here. Sorry. Let's talk about the first thing that happened. The Undertaker showed up at WrestlePalooza.
Oh, so that was one of the
and
surprises.
He was there for this. He went into the crowd, sat next to Stephanie to let her know that she is the first inductee into the 2026 Hall of Fame.
I did see that.
She had no idea this was coming. Triple H put out a funny tweet that says, "Does anyone know a good lawyer? Stephanie wants to kill me." Because she had no idea. So I've heard some hate online, and I don't know why. Because anyone who thinks that the fucking McMahons shouldn't be in the fucking WWE Hall of Fame, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, why the fuck?
There were some haters out there. Last year,
Why?
Triple H put himself in. First of all, Triple H didn't put himself in. Triple H never wanted to go in. Triple H didn't know he was going in last year. That was Bruce Pritchard and The Undertaker that decided. Why wouldn't the McMahons be in the fucking Hall of Fame?
And why wouldn't Triple H be in the Hall of Fame?
The only way I could see, because they hate him because he's a McMahon technically. The only way I would see a McMahon not being in the Hall of Fame is if they were never ever involved in the business. But all of them were. Shane should be in the Hall of Fame. Linda should be in the Hall of Fame. They should all be in the fucking Hall of Fame. So people just like to hate. Those are the people in their basements on their mom's keyboard.
I mean, I don't know about Vince because of. I mean,
I didn't say
technically
Vince
should be if it wasn't for all this allegation. Yeah. The same way that Chris Benoit's not in there, right?
Right. Steph Linden Shane's what I said. You know, it's kind of.
Absolutely, they should be 100%. Yeah, congratulations, Stephanie. You
Absolutely.
were a big part of wrestling at one time. I mean,
100%.
you're still in the background. You're still a big part.
Yeah.
Not even just on screen.
And like your dad, you're showing VPNs before the first ESPN paper.
That's right. That's right. Apparently, the McMahons are not happy about the whole merger for ESPN.
It all runs in the family. The next graphic, something you mentioned, and congratulations, yes, to Stephanie McCure, who became the first Latin American-born woman to win a women's world title in history.
I would say, wow, that's shocking, but you got to realize women's wrestling hasn't exactly been predominant for till kind of recently. In fact, speaking of women's wrestling not being predominant, I just got done watching a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring, the Fabulous Moolah episode.
Yeah, another good one. I don't think any of them are bad. I'll tell you that. I don't know if you got to see the clip, but after Stephanie won, she found her father in the audience and went over and hugged him and had a moment with Dad and cried a little. So that was good. It was a good moment for her.
Always nice to have a nice touching moment with your rapist father.
I also like good. What? Whoa! What?
I'm sorry. Was that?
Do I not know something about? Do I not know something about her dad? Is he some?
Wait, did you say Fakir?
Yeah, her.
Oh, I thought you said McMahon. I don't know why.
No. I said after
Never
she won.
mind.
Okay, I was gonna say, what do I not know? After she won.
I thought we were talking about Stephanie McMahon for some reason.
After Fakir won WrestlePalooza, she found her dad in the audience and hugged him and celebrated. I was like, damn, what do you know that I don't? That's some dirt I didn't know about.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm so sorry. Let me just cut it. Cut that.
We'll just edit that out. I know the guy who does the editing. So anyway, congratulations to her for sure. We got some people that weren't a fan of something else that happened. I thought it was great. There were some memes online making fun of Cena's entrance, but Cena entered with a bunch of little Cenas. And I showed you that meme that looked kind of like what's his face with the minions. But anyway, Brock did what Brock does, and some people are complaining about this. What other outcome did you expect? Why wouldn't Brock destroy John Cena just like every time he's faced him? What's wrong with Cena losing a match?
You know what Cena's I think it is? I think what it is yes, Brock's doing what Brock does, but do we really want to see a possible piece of shit do what Brock does?
That's our view, but the people that are crying aren't crying because of that. You hardly actually hear very many people talking about that, which blows my mind. They're just crying because they think Cena should be Superman and win every match on his way out. I actually, and I think you did too, we both thought Logan Paul should have beat him at the last pay-per-view. Like, Cena doesn't need to win every match. He's leaving. I agree with you about Brock, and there are some people, and it shocked me that this sign made it on camera, but someone was holding up a sign that said, he shouldn't be here, and you know why. And they raised it as soon as Brock was in the ring. But most people online aren't complaining that Brock did it because of that. They just don't think Cena should have got squashed. But to be fair, whether we agree with it or not, Cena's on his way out. Brock's going to be there.
And Cena's an old school wrestling guy. He's the type of guy that's like, I want to, but this isn't young talent to push. Like that logic is to push the next generation.
But what also gets me is that people also don't realize that if Cena didn't want to do any of this stuff, he could say it. I'm not saying John Cena uses this pull, but he's fucking John Cena, just like Stone Cold, just like Hulk Hogan, just like any top dog. If he didn't want to do something, he could say, nah, that doesn't work for me, brother.
John Cena's just having a rough go. He gets beat by Brock. Yeah. He's being hunted by the FBI. It's just.
By the way, another reason they destroy him like this is because he only has 5 appearances left, so it's not like he can be on TV every week. So that's another reason to destroy him.
Your lack of response to my Peacemaker joke is very sad.
I'm sorry, but I'm behind on Peacemaker because I don't have Max because I'm not paying that kind of money for Max, so I don't get to watch Peacemaker.
He's being hunted by the FBI and Peacemaker. So
I have to pick and choose.
That's the joke.
What streaming services I watch.
Fair enough, but I tell you what, this new season has been freaking amazing, especially as I love that it continues. Like, I think they're gonna really, really continue the DCU in this show. They've already had ties to the new DC universe. It's cool.
Absolutely. Well, here we go with the moment of the night. In my opinion, I watched the video of this entrance, and AJ got a Hulk Hogan pop when her and Punk came out. Punk's wearing a jacket that says AJ's husband.
I love it. I love it.
That's 2 entrances, but Punk did come out first with Cult of Personality played. Then the music changed to AJ's, lighted up, and you see that her Titantron's back there, but his name's all over her Titantron too. So it says CM Punk, but it has her logo, and they came out to her music.
Oh my gosh. Where do we get that jacket? I want to be a jacket that says AJ's husband.
I'm so lame. I didn't download a graphic because I got exactly what I wanted from Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. They came out in these extravagant, over the top outfits together, matching these purple looking deals. So yes, that was great. And to me, this, like I said, that AJ pop was crazy. It's the loudest thing I heard on the clips all night long.
I love that people love AJ. I loved AJ Lee back in the day. I'm glad she still has so much love.
Yeah. And I'm glad she's back.
Me
and
too.
and everybody's loving all the moments. Like everyone noticed that when AJ was on the ropes, when they came down, she got in the corner to do what she always does. Or it was actually after they won, she got in the corner to celebrate, and Punk's just looking at her ass the whole time. Not even trying to hide it. He's just staring at it, grinning like.
Hey, I would too if I was AJ's husband.
Yeah, I'm not hating. Trust me, I am not hating. Like that's your wife, man. You love all you want. So, and of course, Cody beat Drew, and everyone was disappointed because he just beat him clean. There was no shenanigans. There was no nothing. And that was a little disappointing to people. And then it came out online that Cody actually pitched losing the title to Drew with interference from Randy Orton. But Triple H decided to keep the belt on Cody. So, interesting. So people were disappointed, including ESPN. They said the main event was lackluster. So I didn't get to see the whole match, but it seems like it was just kind of they tried to build it up like it was going to be this battle, and it turned out to be something you probably see on Raw. And they tried to do this angle where Drew hurt his leg, and that's how he lost. But it was just no shenanigans or nothing. So I also forgot to mention Paul Heyman came out when Brock did and introduced him. So they're making it look like Paul's back with Brock, but he also has Vision. So,
okay.
Who won, by the way? I guess I didn't address that. I didn't make a graphic, but the Vision did beat the Usos. Braun and Bronson did beat the Usos. So,
did the Usos turn or anything interesting happen?
No, but it looks like last night Jay made the full turn. Last night on Raw, he was fighting LA Knight, and Braun and Bronson came out to help him get the win. And then when they started attacking LA Knight, Jimmy tried to get Jay to go in the ring to help save LA Knight, and he didn't. He walked away, and Jimmy went in by himself to save him. So it looks like the heel turn may have fully happened last night, which I called, by the way, people.
You did. Well, that's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up.
So it may be fully turned now. But now I'm interested with this whole element of Brock supposedly being with Paul, and now is Jay going to be with?
I just was hoping Brock would just disappear after that.
He didn't. He was on Raw, and he saw Paul backstage, and he said, "We need to talk." And Braun and Bronson were standing there, and then Brock walked away, and Paul Heyman just gave an evil laugh. So they didn't really make. I don't know what the story's going to be there. So, all right, well, we're going to move on because we still got a couple things. One of them including video game review. You're yawning already. But,
yeah, I know. Wow.
We haven't even started yet, so let's do it.
That's because I'm an old man and I take naps these days, and
I took a nap yesterday.
Because I need naps,
Great. By the way, the icy hot worked pretty good. I'm feeling all right now. So feeling all right.
All right, so we're on to the video game review.
Yep, we're going to do that now. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Are you there still?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm pulling up the video that I made for the video game.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
I just went black, and sorry, kids. I just want to make sure. Sometimes
that's because I had it on. It does that when I go to full screen, and I forget. I have to shut off the full screen, and I forget sometimes.
It's all good. I just want to make sure we're still connected. All good. So here we go. And he's getting that ready. But yes, this week's video game review is going to be Fire Pro Wrestling G. It was a PlayStation exclusive, and I never had a PS1 myself, but my friend did. And I do remember this game. I actually do.
Really? Because I've never seen it before.
Yeah, it was kind of a. I think it was more of a cult game because the actual Fire Pro Wrestling series is a Japanese game, but this was their first release in America. But I don't think it got the kind of commercial advertising as most games would. You know what I mean? So I think it's one of those kind of cult classics. But what I told you offline that made it so cool is you could have so many dream matches because there's like 6 different wrestling federations on this game, including WCW and WWF.
Oh yeah, no, I saw Undertaker. I seen.
Yeah.
In fact, you'll see him here soon.
Yeah, and I got all this, stuff pulled up. They had these are some of the game modes they had. They had an elimination match. They actually had Survivor Series matches on here, 5-on-5s. You could do.
Wow.
They had battle royals. They had death matches, which is hardcore, but a little more like I remember they had like exploding tables and shit. You could also fight in the streets, like literally they had street fights. Where you could run like the old hardcore matches in WWE back in the day, fight out in the streets.
It kind of does look like a cool game, like a cool it's kind of retro at this time.
Yeah, and you would have loved it. There's the Great Muda, I believe, right? Yep, that's the Great Muda. You just sprayed and missed. You would have loved it because they had the edit mode, and you could literally do just about anything. Make your own characters, change your characters, change their music, change their movesets.
Oh,
so
wow.
Very big creative. There's Bret Hart. Very big creative studio. And I'm going to get down to the roster, but I know I cannot, name every wrestler that was on here. But New Japan was one of the companies on there, which we had Masahiro Chono, which you probably don't really remember, but that was a WCW guy. He was in the NWO, but he was from Japan. Antonio Inoki, he's a really famous person. Great Mood is there, obviously, too. Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask. And Tiger Mask was actually Benoit, I believe, back in the day. Benoit or Eddie is who Tiger Mask was back in the day. All Japan Wrestling was also on here. And then we had independent wrestlers, which were all also Japanese people. But then you had World Championship Wrestling. So you had Flair, Hollywood Hogan, Goldberg, Sting, the Steiner Brothers, Randy Savage. I mean, it goes on. Ultimo Dragon, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I remember Ultimo.
Like fake Sting. You had real Sting and fake Sting. From the WWF, you had Andre, Steve Austin, the Road Warriors, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, The Big Show, Mankind, Ken Shamrock, Kane, Goldust. Like, look, Philip and LaFon, or Philip and Furnace are on here. Remember those guys, LaFon and Furnace, the tag team that was really boring? They're on this game as well. So yeah, it was, and there were just a bunch of other like Japanese wrestlers from all over on here. There were also AAA guys, so there were even Mexican wrestlers on here. No Mascaris, Dr. Wagner Jr. Those are some guys that I knew back in the day. So it was a fun game, and I forget how they were able to do it to have all these people on it, which was no problem in Japan, but I don't remember how they pulled off bringing it over here to the U.S. like that. But this was the first, and actually today there's modern versions of Fire Pro Wrestling still. I believe the last one had AEW people on it, like Kenny Omega and a few others. But it was a fun game, and like I said, you would have loved the studio. And I like this old retro feel. This reminds me of some of those Super Nintendo games, like Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but with some slightly better sprites. Those are some good looking.
They are, and there's like UFC files fighting. That's that UFC style fighting as well. You can do that kind of octagon cage matches. It was a fun game, and like I said, I only was able to play it because of my friend who had every video game system that existed. But it was a blast. It was easy to play. The controllers weren't complicated, and it was fun.
I wouldn't mind playing it today. That looks like something I wouldn't mind trying out.
It was fun, and back then it was like, man, all these dream matches I can have with all these guys that we never thought we'd see fight each other. So, yeah, good times. It was a great game. This again, it's why we need all the hush money kids, so we can play these games and not just talk about them. So with the hush money.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely a great game. If there's any way to play it, I suggest you play it. I don't know if it's on any of the libraries.
I don't know.
Because of licensing.
Maybe PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 on the.
Like I said, there are some
PlayStation Plus.
But I don't know if you can still play this version or not. But very fun game. Did I not? Is that the first time you've done that frame and I didn't notice it before?
What?
With the Taker and Kane and Sting and Nash there around the.
Oh no! So that's just 2 different videos I mashed up. So the first one was like a promo video for
it. This is from the video that you're playing.
So this is a different video that I have, or that I found, where it actually shows a full match between Undertaker, Kane, and Kevin Nash and Sting. So this is just it's switched. I just mashed them together. I edited it last night. But yeah, it's two separate videos. I wasn't sure if the first video was only 5 minutes, so I just wanted to make sure we had a long enough video to keep recording while we're playing.
Here's something else fun for you about this game. Here's a few of the hidden characters you could unlock. Yokozuna, the Million Dollar Man, Dusty Rhodes, and Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Yeah. And to my knowledge, well, I don't know. This is 99, so I'm sure maybe Freddy's already been in like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or something, but maybe not. This might be the first time Freddy's been in a game that was like this. That's interesting that Freddy Krueger is on the
a game like this, because I do believe Nintendo had a Freddy Krueger.
Leatherface as well. Leatherface was also. So there you go. It was a fun game. Like I said, if there's any people out there that there's any way you can play it, you should definitely play it. It was a blast. It's good stuff. I want one of those arcades in my house with like retro games on it.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Badass. All right. Well, I think that's all I have for the video game.
No, this is the first I've ever seen, heard, or any of this game, and just watching this video, it just like this seems kind of cool.
It's all the nostalgia feels, kids.
I would have loved to play this as a kid, but I never even heard of it.
Well, there's a few of those out there.
Well, that's one nice thing about doing this video game review section is I'm getting to see stuff I've never seen before.
And those are pretty, like you said, those sprites. That's pretty good. Those sprites are pretty good actually, because they're going for that retro look. But you can tell who everybody is. Like you don't have to tell me who those guys are. I can tell just by looking at them. But that's Taker, Kane, and Nash. Like so that they are pretty good.
It does look like it might be a little repetitive in the.
But hey, you can tell that's Tomato Face Sting without a.
It is. Just so little respect for the red and black Sting.
I was not a Wolfpack fan Sting. I didn't feel like Sting should have ever been in the NWO, even though that was technically the babyface NWO. I was not a fan. Just my thing. But anyway, there you go. There's our video game review.
Review.
All right. Well, there's one other thing before the thing we always do. You were asking questions, and I've been teasing. And yes, folks, we're going down the road with Mock Foley. Let's just remind everyone, a couple of weeks ago, we revealed the first face of Mock, Mr. Unkind. Everyone's
Unkind.
Favorite, Mr. Unkind.
Absolutely.
So
he's very unkind to people.
He's not very nice at all. So here we go. Let me make sure I don't want to get anything wrong. This takes a lot of research because Mock's been around a while, but you have to make sure you do your research. I don't like to misquote things, So here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next face of Mock Foley. He's hardcore, he's insane, and he's always slightly drunk. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the one and only Cactus Juice.
Cactus Juice.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
He's hardcore because he can't feel nothing because he's always shit faced. And unfortunately, I tried really hard, and maybe down in the future I can. I tried really hard to find a bottle of Cactus Juice.
I feel like I'm
I heard after his matches he holds his bottles up and goes chug chug. Chug chug. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Oh, I went with pew pew because that's more popular these days, and it's not bang bang. I can't use the same.
You can't do bang bang. That's politically incorrect.
Pew pew.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, it's political. It's politically correct. Mock Foley.
Now see, but that's why Cactus Juice can take like fluorescent bulbs to the neck because he doesn't feel it anyway.
Cactus Juice is a legend of the drunken master.
Yes, exactly. See. Right where he came from. So there you go, the second face of Mr. Mock Foley, Cactus Juice. There you go. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it.
I love it.
No need to applause, just throw money. Just throw money. That's all you want.
I don't have that. So you get applause.
Hit the golf clap. Golf clap.
Unkind and Cactus Juice.
Cactus Juice. He's insane and he's drunk. All right. We have one thing left before we get to our main event.
Absolutely.
Of course, we always have, and we know what it is. It's time for the Chic Tweet of the Week.
Chic Tweet.
And this week's Chic Tweet is a musical reference. Why wouldn't it be, right?
Right.
We know at this point that
I love the musical reference ones. Because I get to sing along.
Right. I don't know if everybody that watches the shows are fans of our karaoke, but hey kids, it's free, all right? So who cares? Here we go. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Go fuck yourself.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. Go fuck yourself.
I guess it does sound right? Oh, the Cheeky baby. I even gave it fancy font this week. I wanted it to be classy like the Cheek is. If you're going to tell somebody to go fuck yourself,
always.
Class.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I never predicted when I started this podcast that one of our biggest segments would be about the Iron fucking Sheik.
Right? And before we came back, I went back to listen to all our episodes, and it literally just developed for me mentioning one day how good. I brought up one of his tweets. I don't remember which one it was. And I'm like, dude, he's so entertaining. And from there, it just became.
It's just because you were following him on Twitter.
Yeah. What I am glad I stopped though is that I used to do two, and I stopped at it. And I used to have a runner-up when we first started. So
I forgot about
all
that.
the time. I ended up dropping that. I'm glad. Who would have thought? The Cheeky baby.
Yeah, it's been a staple of our show since we came back pretty much.
It always will be.
Yeah.
And I might, maybe one day I'll repeat, but I can promise you, if you really want to take the time and challenge me, I have not repeated my tweets yet. I'm talking to all you fans out there. If you want to
feel free to try to. I don't think
try
so.
to. Yeah, no, I have them all in one file, and I have not repeated one yet. So.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are ready. It's time. And I don't mean Vader time.
It's time. It's time.
There you go. This week's cover art. Mr. Sacco looks like he had a rough night.
Okay, I'm really sorry, but Mr. Sacco looks like he's a sex doll. And it really makes this cover art go to a very awkward place.
Hey, we had to go with the cover art. Mr. Sacco's mouth was always open.
Unkind is looking at that sock like, guess what he's about to do? Something very unkind, I assure you, after taking the cactus juice.
Yes, I'm going to need a lot of cactus juice before that goes. So today's main event's No Mercy, the second No Mercy of 1999.
Now, was this our second in general, or did we have a No Mercy before this, other than the UK one?
And technically, when you go to the WWE Network, they count this as the first No Mercy because this is the first one from there was a UK one. But they didn't even count that under No Mercy.
So this is technically one.
Technically, yes. And in a familiar place, too. It takes place in the Gund Arena. How about that? In Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah.
Hey.
Hip hop.
Oh.
Yes, Cleveland, Ohio, October 17th, 1999. And we have a crowd of 18,742 people at the good old Gund Arena. How about that?
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll start watching it. I'll remember this. It seems like it happens, which I'm never mad when it happens, but it seems like these, not necessarily like big pay-per-views, I tend to not remember. I probably watched this, but I just got to the part and I don't remember the paper. So I can make it more fun. By the way, look on the poster about Free Mr. Sacco. I want that free Mr. Sacco. It says we get a free Mr. Sacco. What's up? I want my Sacco.
I think you're a little late for that.
All right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what how Mankind's involved in this pay-per-view, because we know how this goes, right? The poster boy is not always the main event, so that'll be interesting to see. And just to see in general.
At least this one is just Mankind, so it doesn't suggest that there's going to be someone that he's facing. It just shows Mankind. So as long as he's on the pay-per-view, then it's accurate.
And I do believe he is on the pay-per-view at least. So we will find out. All right, let's do it. Let's check out No Mercy 99 from Cleveland, Ohio. All right, so here we go. And I guess sometimes I'm not the brightest bulb in the box because I should have realized, and I realized it kind of when this match started, then I kept looking. A lot of the matches on this No Mercy are going to be the same matches from the other No Mercy because the other No Mercy was not shown in America.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
So a lot of them, like this match, was on the No Mercy UK.
Oh.
Yeah. So not every match is the same, but there's a lot of similar matches because No Mercy UK was not seen in the US. So, because here we go with the rematch that no one asked for, The Godfather versus Midian. We didn't get to see the hose. You know, he had to tease, though. He always likes to tease. He comes out.
We also got to see the Ho Train.
We did see the Ho Train. I also laughed because when they introduced Midian, they said he weighed 305 pounds. My ass. Midian doesn't weigh 305 pounds. Let's quit trying to make him sound like he's big and terrifying when he's not. It wasn't bad, but, you know, it was there. It felt more like a Monday Night Raw match than a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody really cared. The coolest part to me was when Viscera went to, I guess he was going to try to just like smash into Godfather against the ring, and Godfather moved, and Viscera hit the ring, and the whole fucking ring looked like it moved from Viscera's impact. It was probably the best part of the match. That, and we got a Ho Train at the end. But yeah, other than that, it was fine. It was your opening contest, and it was fine. Godfather got the win with the Ho Train.
Yeah, is that this first time we've seen him win with that? I don't feel like we've seen the Ho Train yet.
We've seen the Ho Train because he used it in the last match. These two had. I don't know if that's how he won, but he did at least go for it if he didn't nail it. But you know, it was what it was. There were some hoes. There was a giant black man, and there was a pimp. Yeah,
it's always nice to have a pimp. You know,
Godfather got down on his hands.
They do a great job at keeping those hoes in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Godfather got down on his hands and knees with Midian because this Midian does that for some reason. And Godfather said, "You don't want pimps and you don't want pigs or some shit like that. So I'm just going to kick your ass. Or you don't want hoes and you don't want pigs." That's what it was. So I'm just going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
And he did. So it was whatever. I'm going to give it a 2.5 hoes.
2.5 hoes.
2.5 hoes for a little kickoff match.
I'm going to give it 2 Ho Trains.
Ho Train. You know, that's the only reason this match, they said this match was added. We know why this match was added. It wasn't so Godfather and Midian could fight. They want to get the Ho Train on there.
They're like, hey guys,
we got to get the Ho Train on.
Can we get a hoe on here?
We got to get a hoe.
I think this pay-per-view needs some more hoes.
I mean, we're in Cleveland, Ohio. They're going to want the Ho Train. You got to do it.
Well, as Cleveland, I mean, I'm not a Clevelander.
We're not Clevelanders, but we're Ohioans. We know what they wanted.
Us Ohioans do like our hoes.
Yeah. No. Boy, that could be a whole other podcast. But we'll just we'll cut that. We'll cut that.
Hey, we are sex positive show here. We support your hoes.
That's right. Support your local hoes.
Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. You know.
It is. It is. Yeah.
As long as people have been using money.
Y'all make your money however you want to make it. You know, I'm not going to judge you. Hush money.
Hush money. We get caught in the hush money.
Hush money. All right. Well, we know how it kicked off. Let's see what's next. In No Mercy. So our next match on the list of matches nobody wanted. I Ivory defending her women's championship against 70-year-old legend, the Fabulous Moolah. I'm not the heel. I don't want to sound like an asshole. So, props for being 70 and getting in the ring, but this was bad and nobody cared. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a tiny little pop when Moolah sloppily tried to roll up Ivory and won, but besides that, we're just beating up senior citizens. That's what we're doing.
I don't know. This was, like I said, was just saying off air, is this match was a little more awkward, even more than it already was awkward. After I just got done watching the Dark Side of the Ring of the Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, and I said even without it, it was still awkward. This was not.
Which,
bless your heart, Moolah. Bless your little heart. But why? I don't even know why we did this. I don't know. Nobody cared either. No one cared. But
yeah, it was
good.
Awkward.
Mae Young did take a hell of a belt shot. But besides that, luckily it was short. It was not a quick match. I know you guys can't tell when you're listening because of our magic, but that match was probably 3 minutes, if that. I think so. That match was quick. So
yeah, thankfully it wasn't long.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one. Why did we even do this? But something's happening here.
I'm going with 0.5. Oh gosh, no, this is terrible.
You're a heel. It's okay. Go ahead. Boy, it must be bad. He's reluctant. He normally just pulls the trigger. He's reluctant. It's scary.
Where was Soylent Green when we needed it? I'm sorry. 0.5. Yeah. This was bad.
It was bad. And 1 was generous. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was. It was just not. I forgot to mention the last match, by the way, because we talked about how these are similar matches. Not only was the last match a rematch from the last No Mercy, but Tim White got the hose all over him, just like in the UK pay-per-view. I forgot to mention that. Same thing happened in the UK pay-per-view. Tim White got all the hose in the end. He danced with them, and then they danced on him. So,
Hey, there is nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, there was something wrong with this, so let's hope the next match is better.
Well, I'm hoping. Here's looking at you, kid, or something.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm sorry, everyone, for the Soylent Green comment. Which I realize is only going to be understood by a very small amount of people because
you're still recording, right?
Soylent Green is a very old. Oh no, I'm talking to the. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I thought he was about to say something he didn't mean to say, kids.
No,
fuck those people if they don't get it. Fucking
Soylent Green is a very old movie, so I don't think everybody knows, but essentially they take a bunch of elderly people, show them a movie, euthanize them, or kill them, however you want to put it, and then they turn them into crackers and feed them to the people because it's in a future, which I believe the future is past now. I think we're at the point of Soylent Green's timeline. I'd have to look it up.
You can't say cracker. It's offensive.
Literally turn them into crackers.
It's offensive. You can't say that.
So, which is why if you've ever heard the line, Soylent Green is people, it's people. That's from the movie because they find out that they are feeding the poor people Soylent human remains in a cracker form.
Yeah.
They're getting their protein.
Don't forget to get yourself a WWE Minute Maid.
Let me have some crackers. Anyways. Sorry. I'm sorry again. I apologize.
Every time he never fails to have a drink in my mouth. He gets me. Fucking plans that shit. Let's move on. One of these days, it's just going to go all over my equipment. The show's just going to end.
Gosh. No.
All right, let's see what's next. All right, so here we go. Our next match, a match with some story and some good old-fashioned tag team wrestling, which we love. We heard them talk about how the Hollies cost the Outlaws the titles on SmackDown, and Rock and Sock are once again the tag team champions. I told you we didn't miss Rock and Sock completely.
Well, we keep not seeing them at the pay-per-views.
We do, and I don't think they're in a tag match on this one either. I believe they both have singles matches.
They do. I've already looked at the card.
Yeah, but this is the best match of the night so far. You can't go wrong with tag team wrestling when it's the right people anyway.
I have some slight issues, though.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so first off, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is not illegal to do a move on a chair. If you're not holding the chair, it's not a disqualification.
Oh, he's going straight to the finish.
Sorry, I'm like, I saw that and I'm like, what the hell is that bullshit? When have they ever had a disqualification?
I mean, I think it's the referee's discretion.
It's the same rule as like doing a move on top of the stairs on the outside.
Right.
You can do moves on them, but you can't pick it up and hit someone with it.
Or if a championship belt is just laying in the ring and you do the finish on the belt, it's usually not a DQ because you didn't use the weapon. It's just there.
It's just there, and they aren't even the ones that brought it in.
True. Look at this. The heel's upset.
I know, but this is an issue with, the rule set, and
that did run the end of it, and I don't understand why they thought they had to do DQ finish. I mean, this isn't for the titles, and there's a story here. You didn't need to do a screw job finish to keep the story going. That didn't really, yeah, you're right. Didn't really go well. It didn't go too well.
Otherwise, this was a great. Continue.
Yes.
Sorry.
This is a fucked it up with a finish match. The rest of it was good. The Hollies are entertaining. I love the super heavyweight shit. There was something said on commentary about you could do it too if you weighed over 400 pounds, some shit like that. Like, I love the Hollies. I love the whole gimmick. It's good shit. And of course, we both love the Outlaws. But Billy could quit wearing those see-through fucking wrestling pants, these shorts, things he's wearing.
When you have that ass, you gotta flaunt it.
You gotta flaunt it. I get it. I get it. He's an ass man.
He's an ass man. That's part of the gimmick. We love a good gimmick. We love a gimmick.
We do love a good gimmick. We do. And the New Age Outlaws, I've said multiple times, are one of my favorite tag teams ever. So you're not going to hear me complain. The rating might be a little lower because of the finish. I mean, that was a legit bitch. Other than the finish, it was a good match. But I'm still mad we don't get to see Rock and Sock together.
I know. I've just been waiting for the Rock and Sock.
Right? Like, they probably don't have the matching jackets yet either. I remember fully getting the matching jackets for them, and I don't think we're there yet. We'll find out. But as far as this goes, I got to go 2.5 fucked finishes.
I mean, it was a good match. I'm going with 3.
I almost did 3.
3, but still bullshit.
It's bullshit. And if there's one thing we don't like around, okay, we do like bullshit. Never mind.
We love a good.
We literally have a bullshit corner segment, so I can't say we don't like bullshit. We like
bullshit, but
we do. We like bells, whistles, and bullshit. That's why no one liked the Cody main event at WrestlePalooza, because there was no bullshit.
Very true.
True.
I mean, I guess I didn't get to watch it, so right. They took away the cock.
They did. And then had a little bit of a disaster. We got a C. And of course, the next pay-per-view is Crown Jewel in Paris this time. So, kids, we will be watching none of the new pay-per-views, but we'll review them best we can. Maybe we need Shark VPN. Wink.
Maybe.
We're not even sponsored. But hey, Shark, you'll call us. We will shill the shit out of you.
Yep.
Not only could you watch all your favorite pay-per-views, you could watch all the movies we talk about. Wink. Anyway, let's move on. Cut that. Get canceled over here.
Yeah, we ain't Stephanie McMahon.
Actually, I happen to get a peek of what's next, and this is another rematch from.
I'm gonna need a formal apology from you.
From me?
From you.
What did I do?
I have the No Mercy card for the UK up here.
Yeah.
Kane faced Midian at UK.
Oh, okay. Stone's wrong.
Nicole Bass faced Tori. That wasn't a repeat. In fact, none of these matches are repeats of the UK.
Didn't we see Jeff Jarrett in China at the UK one?
No, we've been seeing them in the last couple. They've been having a feud.
Then was it Rebellion? We have seen. I'm telling you.
Some of these are rematches, but they're not from the UK. UK was. Here's the match card: 6-man tag match, the Corporate Ministry with Bradshaw, Farouk, and Viscera versus the Brood, Christian, Edge, and Gangrel. Singles match: Steve Blackman versus Draws, Kane versus Midian, Nicole Bass versus Tori, Shane McMahon versus X-Pac, Mr. Ass versus Mankind, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and Triple H in a triple threat match.
Well, I'm not always right.
So there is absolutely no rematches on this one.
Not true. From that, yes, but Jeff Jarrett and China did face at Rebellion. I had the wrong.
Oh no,
that was UK too, though. That was a UK pay-per-view too. But I had.
Oh well, that's a fair argument. That is a Rebellion.
I forgot that the last one was also a UK pay-per-view. Yeah. So I could have been getting my
UK's wrong.
My UK's wrong, yeah. So
yeah, well, I just had to throw it up there because you mentioned.
I thought for some reason,
and I'm like, wait a minute, no.
I thought for some reason we already saw Midian and Godfather, and maybe it was a different one.
We may have saw them in a different show, but no, that wasn't. In fact, Godfather wasn't even at the UK.
He was at Rebellion though. He didn't face Midian, but he was at Rebellion. So I'm thinking I'm just getting different pay-per-views crisscrossed. With all the same names in the UK and the US and I'm just getting my wires crossed. I'm not always right, kids. Not always. Most of the time.
Incorrect.
95% of the time. Right.
Sure.
I'll give myself that. 95.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on and see what's next.
All right.
All right. So here we are. Next match is for the Intercontinental Championship, and it's a good housekeeping match. And it's the champ, JWFJ, with Miss Kitty Herper against China.
I'm trying to figure out who should be pissed off at this match. First off, liberals, you got to be a little upset about the fact that you're doing a match that is literally degrading to women. Like this whole concept, the whole thing with Jeff Jarrett. It's hilarious.
Good old 90s wrestling, buddy.
It's great heel work.
I enjoyed the whole match.
Liberals should be upset about that, but then conservatives have things to be upset. Like I saw Jeff Jarrett and he was doing whiteface. I mean, come on. I'm just saying there's just so much to be angry about politically about this match.
And I'm angry about stuff that wasn't political. Now it's my turn.
Okay,
I
go
enjoyed
ahead.
it all the way to the end. I'll sound like a broken record with my first complaint. We had a ref bump in a fucking no DQ match. And then Jarrett hits China with the belt. And we think the match is over, but the ref announces, no, you can't use the belt because that's not a household item. Now, to catch you all up, all the items for this hardcore match around the ring were like mop buckets and cake pans and shit like that. Household items. So then we restart the match, but then China uses a fucking guitar, and I'm pretty sure a guitar is not a household item.
I would argue that a guitar definitely could be a household item, and
I would argue so can a championship belt.
And you're upset about the ref bump, but the ref bump happened before China used that guitar, correct?
The ref bump happened so Jeff Jarrett could use the belt, and then be told the belt was illegal to use.
Oh,
not a household item.
I thought he was out for the China thing too.
No, he might have had his back turned, maybe. I don't think so, because even on commentary they were like, "So guitar is not a household or is a household item." They weren't saying that on commentary.
I don't know. I loved that return actually.
Gripes, but it was a great match. And
I wish she would have used something else, but I liked that shocker. And
by the way, though, she literally used everything and the kitchen sink.
Yes.
Literally got in the kitchen sink shot.
I just want to point out that this had some lovely cooking tips because I found out that you can use tongs.
Oh,
You can't see it.
how could I forget that spot? Yeah, the tong spot.
For nuts, which you
Reminded-
also can't see it because I'm holding
It's
nuts.
green and you're holding them in front of your screen. Yeah, it's not
It's not going well, but
yes, that particular moment reminded me of Cat Williams in Friday After Next when he has dude in the vice grips by the balls. You know, pinball grab. Yeah, Jarrett's nuts got tongued. He did get tongued. Tong, ta-dong, tong, tong.
Tong.
But despite my little complaints about the end, it was a highly entertaining, well-fought match. China looked good again to me. And Jerry Lawler, though, the commentary with Miss Kitty was uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's because I know they got married or what, but I don't know. It's just here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I don't know.
I can't believe that worked on her.
The crown must be really big. You know what I'm saying? The crown has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And what's even crazier, and I guess we should mention too, at the end of the match, you see Miss Kitty leave with China, so I'm guessing we're getting close to mini China because Kitty just starts dyeing her hair and wearing the same exact clothes as China.
I do have a slight issue.
Yes.
I like what we're doing with China at this point. We're trying to make her more independent. Why doesn't she have her own entrance music? Why does she keep coming out to Triple H? If you're trying to go for this independence thing,
I didn't notice that, but she does get her own entrance music. I didn't even notice she came out to Triple H. She does get her own.
She did. She comes out to It's Time or My Time.
My Time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she gets her own when his switches over to the game, if the game's that early. China does get her own music. She does have her own music.
I'm guessing it's earlier than that because the game doesn't come out until I think 2000 or 2001.
Well, we are in 99.
That's true. He uses the My Time, I guess, for about a year.
Yeah.
Is what I remember.
Yeah. So China is your first ever female Intercontinental Champion.
Now, do you happen to know who is has anyone else won the Intercontinental Championship at women wise? Is she the first and only?
As far as I know, she's the first and only. I want to say Lita held a man's title, but I don't think it was the Intercontinental. Pretty sure that China was the only. This is what Google's for, kids.
This is what Google's for. It's a fair argument.
I'm pretty sure China is the only female. Let's see.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I can't think of a lot of women that have won men's titles.
No, not in any organization. I mean, the other one that pops in head that was kind of recent is when Tully Blanchard's daughter won the TNA World Title.
Oh, I'm talking about WWF.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it's not common in any wrestling, WWE or anywhere else really. But
yeah.
Hold on, kids. I'm doing it though. I'm not speaking to Siri, so it takes a little longer. Okay,
Well,
yes, China is the only one to hold the men's Intercontinental title. Of course, when you look it up, it says Lyra Valak cried because she was the first women's.
Yeah.
China's the only one to hold the men's Intercontinental title. Yes, I thought that was right, but I just want to double check and make sure. So there you go. I'm not even going to take away my ranking because of the stuff I complained about at the end, because this was a fun match, very good match, entertaining. Even with this is what we've talked about every time of these hardcore matches. All you need is some fucking kitchen sink and a mop bucket. You can have a great match. You don't have to literally kill people with glass and stuff.
And then you got the flour everywhere. The
flour everywhere. I'm not sure what the fuck.
This was messy. I feel bad for the people that had to clean that ring for the next match.
And I'm not sure what was in that pot when she dumped it on Miss Kitty's head. It kind of looked like it might have been milk. I'm not quite sure what was in that.
I was thinking it was, it looked more milkish maybe, but the way it seemed, because the way it seemed was like a batter, almost like pancake batter or something.
And I
but then when it come out.
Commentary, you mentioned those pies, and on commentary, JR was like, And they wasted 2 perfectly good pies.
I mean, that's a fair argument.
Good old JR.
That is a fair argument. I hate to waste a pie.
So I'm going to give this 3.5 championship belts are not household items.
I'm gonna give it 4 tongs.
4 tongs. Tong, 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 tong. Yeah, that looked like that wasn't fun.
I know when Jeff Jarrett, when Miss Kitty gave Jeff Jarrett the tongs, I was like, how exactly does he plan to use those? Like, was he going to hit her with it? What was his plans there? And then it didn't get used on her, China. It got used on him in the best way possible.
But, he could have done that to her with the tongs, and I imagine if you grip it right, it would still hurt. I don't think you want to stretch. But anyway, that's a whole cut that.
Yeah, but it's
I don't know if you pull that and stretch that. I don't know if it's flip it, reverse it, torque it, whatever.
I mean,
anyway, it's got that. It's turning into One Night in China all of a sudden. Let's not go there.
Anyways,
we'll save that for a special episode.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's move on and see what's next in No Mercy. All right, so here we go. Our next match is the British Bulldog against one half of the tag champs, The Rock. But you notice The Rock didn't come out with his tag title. Even though it's a single
match. They brought that up. I guess that was a big deal.
They did bring it up because part of the storyline with the whole Rock and Sock thing is The Rock could give 2 shits less about being a tag champ or being in that tag team.
Yeah.
So about the world title, and we heard how the Bulldog screwed The Rock out of the title. We also saw The Rock put Bulldog in some dog shit. Yep.
Oh my
90s
God.
wrestling.
90s
wrestling, kids. You can't have a feud with the Bulldog and not have some dog shit involved. Or eating animals. Oh wait, that was Boss Man. But anyway, that was Boss Man. No, my bad. But it was The Rock, so yes, it was a good match. There were a couple of botches, quote unquote, but they weren't bad enough to really pay attention. Bulldog is usually one of the best performers in the ring, so it was a good match. It was entertaining. People love The Rock. We got to see the people's elbow. It's what you wanted in a Rock match, The Rock cometh, The Rock saweth, The Rocketh wolfeth your candy ass. That's what I see it. Short and simple.
Yeah, British Bulldog's quest for the world title is not going super well.
Yeah, and then after the match, Jim Ross says, The Rock's quest for the tag titles is going well. He meant to say world title. Good old JR made a mistake. It's okay. We can forgive him.
Yeah, these things happen.
Yeah, but yeah, this was fine. This was a good match. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but I guess it was hard to follow that Good Housekeeping match. That was so exciting and fun and entertaining. It can't all be like that. They can't all be crazy, but this was fine. Decent match. Rock wins as The Rock should. And yeah, nothing to complain about. It was fun. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, there wasn't nothing like outstanding about it, but it was fine. It was a good match.
It's kind of a letdown after the ridiculous we had on the last match. So.
Yeah, it was hard to follow that. Yeah, so it was there. It was good. I don't know.
3 rock bottoms for me.
3 rock bottoms. Gonna give him 3 devastating Bulldog slams because man, The Rock would have never kicked out if he would have been by the ropes. We had to hear that 500 times. I love the old commentary, but sometimes it gets old. Would have been over if it would have been in the middle of the ring. No, it wouldn't have. Okay, it's a fucking Rock. Anyway, there you go. All right, we ranked it. We're just gonna move on and see if the next one can follow. Good
this one.
Follow this one. Pick us back up. Give us something.
All right.
Let's see some shenanigans or something.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just stop the pay-per-view right now because ain't nobody topping that shit.
Nobody's topping that. No. The only complaint I have is that it was to win a contract for a woman, but other than that,
and some money. Yeah, not even for titles. And these guys just went out there and stole the fucking first.
That's one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen.
First ever tag team ladder match they mentioned, by the way.
Yeah.
Random side note, but if you want to get hardcore, I think you can see this. I got a stop sign right there. If you want to have a hardcore match now,
That's nice.
Told you I was rearranging and got some decorations in the background. But this 5. I give this a 5. I know we're not there yet.
5 is
how can it not
5,
be a
yeah.
5? And by the way, I didn't see any blood. I can't remember the exact injury, but the spot where Jeff did the catapult thing onto the ladder and it hit Matt and Christian in the face, the ladder did, Matt legitimately got hurt in that spot.
Oh.
I remember from back in the day, obviously he wasn't bleeding, but if you look at the replay, he didn't get his hands up, so he actually took that ladder to the jaw. Yeah, in like real life, he took the ladder to the jaw, so he's a little injured. Jeff was a little sort of too at the end, if you notice how he just said fuck it and he fell after he finally got the money to come off of the of the thing. Like he's like
so wait, he got hurt from that fall?
Yeah.
And not
he didn't
like
get hurt from any of the intentional falls, but he got hurt
not like landing on the ladder, doing jumping over the ladder for a leg drop, none of that.
Let's break the fourth wall and how you plan your falls when you're doing that stuff. You know, you just fall.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't control the landing or anything. Yeah, I know it's weird to say of all falls he got hurt on the last one, but you know. Yeah, there were ladders and splashes and splantons. Oh my. Like, I don't even know. Nothing, no complaints about this, other than, like you said, no titles.
A nice, it's not about the titles. It's just like
the services of the woman. Yeah,
it's like you're winning a woman.
But is it worse than the contract for a child, which we're going to have a few years down the road? I mean,
contract for what? Oh, the child?
The kid. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Dom down the road here.
Dom's doing good these days. He grew up to be a fine young man.
Fine young man that's dominating things right now. But yes, definitely 5 stars. And I remember seeing an interview with Edge and Christian talking about how all these guys looked at this as an opportunity to go out there and show people what they could do. And they did. Went out there and showed people what they could do.
They succeeded. Both tag teams was like putting it all on the line. Yeah. Jeff was just it's like it sucks that the trajectory of Jeff has gone, because the dude was fantastic in the ring, which in fairness, because he puts his body on the line like that, that might be what brought him down all of his issues. But
yeah, and they still are pretty good at this day, but it is. And you know, a lot of wrestlers say, because you know, times have changed, weed's legal now and it wasn't then. But of course Jeff Hardy was fucking hurting all the time. Watch him wrestle.
Oh my gosh.
And I
was in pain just watching this match.
It very easily leads to painkiller addiction, because you know, that's a whole other podcast. But there's a lot of veterans now that believe JBL is one of the league. A lot of wrestlers may still be alive if they could just smoke weed. And not take pills. But that's a whole other podcast. No doubt though that that's part of Jeff's. I'm sure. Obviously, Jeff gave 0 fucks. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Matt, but out of the two, Jeff is the crazier one that just doesn't care.
I did feel bad for Matt with those 2 back-to-back ladders in the nuts.
And these ladders, by the way, were pretty much just legit ladders. Back then, you see they're not as tall as the ones they use now either. They're a little shorter, which made it harder. Yeah, it was a fucking train wreck, and I loved it. If you haven't watched this, if you've never watched it or haven't watched it in a while, you got to go back and watch this. This is the birth of TLC before we even get TLC. We're not even there yet.
This was an amazing ladder match.
Of these guys,
yeah, just imagine them adding freaking ladders and tables and chairs.
All still wrestling, by the way. And we're out of bullshit corner, but over the weekend, AEW had their big pay-per-view on the same day as WrestlePalooza, but of course they did it in the afternoon. And Edge and Christian took on FTR, and Beth debuted in AEW. She's Beth Copeland, though, because she can't be Beth Phoenix. The point of all this, though, is FTR was beating down Edge, and Beth came out to save him. And they ended up giving Beth a fucking spike pile driver. FTR gave Beth a spike pile driver. So anyway, Beth is there now, and Edge and Christian are still doing their thing, and so is the Hardys. So congratulations to them all. Next month's actually the Hardys versus Team 3D and TNA, the last battle. So, but 5 stars for sure. I feel bad for Austin and Triple H, and I never thought I'd say that sentence. But it's gonna be tough to follow. We got a couple before that, but the main event even's gonna have a hard time.
No, we got 3 matches left.
Yeah, we still got Foley, I know, and we still got the main event, but trying to follow this is not going to be easy
Well, Foley's going to try because he's next against Mankind versus Val Venus.
Hello, ladies. A porn star and a psycho. Sign me up.
Yeah. I think there's been plenty of those in porn.
I love wrestling. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm watching a porn star fight a psycho. What are you doing? I'm not even on Pornhub. I'm on the cock. All right.
Well,
I guess that's.
So are they. Anyways.
That doesn't work, does it? Okay. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's see what's next. All right. For our next match, we got a segment with the Great One because it's The Rock and he wanted to talk. So what do? Came out basically to say whoever wins the main event tonight, he's coming for him, and then he was on his way back, and here comes that darn Triple H. Attacks him with the sledgehammers.
Man, that was brutal. I mean, look, normally when he uses the sledgehammer, he like puts his hand in front of it, and like you can see that, but he like literally goes boom.
Yeah, and not only that, ever since I found out Triple H always used a real sledgehammer, it makes those things look even worse. Like, how did he not kill The Rock?
I mean, I'm guessing he didn't actually hit him, but
he was making contact, it looked like, but you have to be pretty damn good to swing it like that and not hurt somebody with a real sledgehammer. But you're right, normally when he does his other shots, his hand is over it, and that wasn't the case. After that, we get a backstage thing or before that, whatever, we get a thing backstage where Foley's looking for his book that's about to come out, Have a Nice Day. Great book, by the way. That was Foley's first book. I actually have that one.
Okay.
He finds it laying on the floor in the bathroom, and then Val attacks him. That old Val Venus, that evil Venus. Then we get our match, and I mean, they had to follow the ladder match, so that didn't help. But I didn't hate it, but I could have went without him going for Mr. Rocco.
I love that he went for Mr. I thought that was a great ending.
What's he pulling out of there? It's the big Balboski. I loved the ending, though, because I will tell you that I do believe that if one man had the mandible claw and the other one had the testicular claw, the testicular guy is going down first.
Oh, yeah.
If your balls are being squeezed, yeah, Mr. Rocco got the testicular claw. Which Mel obviously stole. I forgot about Foley having a second puppet, but once Rock and Sock started, he felt he needed a Mr. Rocco for The Rock. And somehow Val ended up with it. I don't think I'd take it back now because of where it's been.
Yeah, right.
Probably just burn Mr. Rocco. So I did like the ending. I did like the ending, but the little scene with him pulling out is a little uncomfortable.
I love like he did a move, and Jerry the King Lawler is like, "Don't do that. That's his moneymaker."
Yes, that's how he makes a living.
That's how he makes a living. Don't do
that. He did like the leg drop in between.
The leg drop on his.
Jerry was like, "I'm pretty sure it was upstairs." I don't think so. It's good stuff though. It was a good match. Val went for a money shot and missed the money shot. That's always a bummer. But yeah, that's our ending. Both Mankind had the mandible claw. Val had the testicular claw. They both passed out. Val happened to be on top anyway.
I forgot about the testicular claw.
The testicular claw.
Like when I saw that this match was happening, I'm like, Mankind and Val Venus. That's a weird pairing to me, but okay. But I forgot about Val Venus doing the testicular claw and stuff. Yeah. So this was actually better. No, don't get me wrong. It's still not touching that ladder match, but I thought this was a decent follow-up. We had some good story going on before this match. Like, we had some good times.
It was a good follow-up. It was a good way to have to follow the ladder match for sure. And I'm interested in the next match. I'm sure they're going to tell us, but I'm not quite sure what the story is with our next match coming up. But anyway, as far as this one, I'm going to give it 3 testicular claws.
I'm gonna go with 3.5 moneymakers.
Moneymakers. Yeah, it's not cool, to take out a guy's money.
No, that's terrible.
Kids. That's a bad.
That's terrible.
Of course, he sells weed now though, so I don't know if he
really. He probably puts insurance on that thing.
Think he had a contract with a little insurance on there?
Yeah.
Little Lloyd's of London to protect his.
It's crazy. That's actually a real thing.
That is.
Celebrities get insurance on their
certain, singers usually get it on their voice.
Yeah.
You know, if someone's a hand model, they'll get insurance on their hands. Yeah, it's a real thing.
I know it is.
And I don't know if that company still exists, but I know back in the day that's something Lloyd's of London did, and that used to be who wrestlers would get insurance from. So if they got hurt and couldn't wrestle anymore, they'd get a payday.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff. Good match here. And next we have this Four Corners match, but it's 2 tag teams, so I'm not quite sure. But it's every man for himself. And it's elimination.
So I'm kind of excited about this.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to explain to us exactly what the story is.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, let's check it out. It's Four Corners. Let's do it. All right. So our next match is this Four Corners. I'm X-Pac and I'm a real wrestler match.
So much hate for X-Pac. What the hell?
No, it's not that I don't hate X-Pac, but I get that they're trying to tell this I'm the underdog and I can hang with the big guy story. But to be honest, until the last, like 2 minutes, it just felt like a tag team match until they started eliminating each other. And Kane eliminates JBL, and then X-Pac eliminates Kane, and then X-Pac beats Farouk, and he's the winner, and he's the hero, and it was fine. I don't know. I guess I can't hate it, but it just, I don't know. It was there. It was there.
It's an okay story.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't have any on X-Pac. I used to love X-Pac back in the day. It's just this whole, we get it, okay? We can hang with the big people. Okay, we get it. It's fine. Can him and Kane just fucking beat each other up already? That's where this is. Spoiler, 20-year-old spoiler. Kane and X-Pac are going to break up.
Oh, no.
But at least we got to see the APA kill some people. They're always impressive.
Yeah, I like the APA.
Kane did that fucking
or actually, aren't they still the Acolytes technically right now?
They're still the Acolytes technically. And Kane did that fucking Enziguri again. I don't remember Kane doing that so much, but I think he's hit that Enziguri the last couple pay-per-views.
He has.
It's very impressive.
Do you remember why they changed from the Acolytes to the APA?
Because they become cool and badass, and they couldn't be the Acolytes anymore. I mean, technically they still were. The APA was the Acolyte Protection Agency.
Oh, they just not shorten the name. They kind of shorten.
Once they leave they actually leave the whatever they were in ministry.
The ministry. They're still the Acolytes. I mean, I think they've been out of the ministry for a while.
They're still wearing the ministry gear. They're still wearing the makeup on their chests. They're still acting like they're ministry acolytes. Then they start this whole gimmick where they start hiring or offering their services to whoever pays, and that's how we get the Acolyte Protection Agency, APA. So there you go. That's how that comes about.
I always loved the APA.
Ass kickers for hire, man.
I am excited to see John Bradshaw Layfield because I wasn't really watching a lot of wrestling when JBL came his own thing.
A great heel because I hated him, and that's the point. That's you want to hate a heel. I always considered the JBL character kind of a modern and cooler $1 Million Man type character. Yeah. JBL says he based it on J.R. Ewing from the show Dallas. That's where he said he got that character. But yeah, I'm looking forward to JBL as well. As far as this goes, it was okay, but you had to follow Foley and you had to follow a ladder match. And it's on right before the main event. Seems like a weird spot for it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like no reason to have the 4-way elimination.
Well, the reason is because X-Pac is trying to prove himself.
Right, and Kane told him to stay out of his business, and he helped him with some shit or whatever. But blah, blah, blah. So it's definitely not getting a 4. I can tell you that. It's not a. I'll give it 2 because we got 2 tag teams that were in a 4-way.
I'm gonna go with 2.5.
2-point pistol. 2-point pistol for sure.
2.5. Not quite X Factors because that one X Factor that JR mentioned was an X Factor. I'm like, no.
What about the one that ended? It was kind of not that great either, where he caught Farouk coming off the top rope and gave him a half-ass.
Yeah, that's not quite the one I was mentioning, but yeah, that too.
That one wasn't good either. Yeah, it was what it was. But we know what's next, and we know it's no holds barred. But they have to follow that ladder match. So I don't know.
Well, there's a couple matches in between, so maybe that's enough to. I mean, I haven't forgotten about the ladder match, but maybe somebody did.
But it's a no holds barred, and it's Austin and Triple H, so there is a very good chance.
I doubt it's going to be bad.
They can equal this ladder match or top it. I don't expect it to be bad at all.
Well, in fairness, that ladder match was literally one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen. So
yeah,
it's
and it was the first tag team one, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah, it was good. It was amazing.
It was the first time we've seen all that crazy ass shit with ladders.
Well, not our first time, but
no, but you know what I mean. Back then, that was the first time.
Yeah.
Insane shit. So, but yeah, let's see what the game and Stone Cold can do.
It's his time.
It is. Well, I do. You've been doing a lot of stats lately, and this is one I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and find out, but I don't know the last time we had, or if we've had a pay-per-view with 2 5-star matches on it, but we just did.
Yeah, see, I wasn't as worried as you. I mean,
I wasn't worried. I just didn't think it was going to be 5. To me, this was 5 stars. I just didn't think it was going to be as good. I didn't think it was going to be bad, obviously. This is another 5-star match to me.
I love Stone Cold grabbing the camera and hitting it early in the match.
I will even defend the ref bumps I normally don't like in these kind of matches, because that was just wrong place, wrong time. They killed Mike Chioda. Not once, but twice. Those weren't fucking ref bumps. He died. I hope he got big checks for that.
Yeah, and this wasn't like a ref bump to keep them from using disqualification stuff. He missed
a couple of pins, but this was literally the ref getting caught up in the momentum of this hard, fast-paced, fucking off-the-hook fight. So those ref bumps I didn't mind. They weren't cheesy. He took those bumps. That was he's dead. It's fine. Earl Hebner came out and finished it. It's we couldn't even talk about all the spots in this match, but one towards the end, and you and I have talked about this a lot, is when Triple H suplexed Stone Cold on the announce table and didn't clear it off, and the table didn't break. That hurts. I guarantee hurts 100 times more than clearing the table off before you do a move on it.
Yeah.
It didn't break either. You could just see fucking Stone Cold bounce off of it.
Ugh.
And he's already got a bad back at this point, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, after this match, I think he has bad everything. Shit.
Dude, it's crazy to think that we're not, it's a lot of episodes still, but we're not that far away from the end of Stone Cold's full-time in-ring career, really. We're not that far away.
Yeah.
But, great match, great storytelling. Triple H got some colors. And then I love the finish because it tied in that segment earlier where The Rock called off the champ and got attacked, and here comes The Rock. I will tell you this, and I'm not hating on it. It's just funny. I see things I didn't used to notice. The Rock did not have a real sledgehammer because after he used it, when he dropped it, you could see the head of the sledgehammer was dented. So it was definitely not a real sledgehammer. It was just something small I noticed. But that right there, bringing The Rock back out and using the sledgehammer and missing Triple H and accidentally hitting Stone Cold. Bravo. Booking 101, kids. Simple but beautiful. Come on.
Yeah.
It brought it all. That's how you make the sausage right there. Just bring it all together.
So, next pay-per-view, which will likely be a triple threat between these three, right?
That could be a good guess. And the next one's actually, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure we're on one of the big...
Survivor Series?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on the big 4 here. Next, if I am correct. Yes, Survivor Series is next. So
nice.
It is possible we will see some kind of dance. I'm not cheating. I'm sure I've seen. In fact, I know I've seen all the Survivor Series because I own the collection. Doesn't mean I'll remember it all. Depends on how long since I've seen it. But the ending to this was beautiful. These two are always great. And to go for what? That was at least a 20-minute match, right? I'm not looking at the exact numbers, but that was at least 20 minutes. And to fight all over the place and to go that hard and that fast pace, there was not a bunch of hard. There was not a bunch of sleeper holds and shit. These guys were not taking a lot of rests. This was
they were taking
fast paced fucking fight. Yeah. So bravo to these two, and those two matches alone. Like I said, I'm sure it's probably happened, but I can't remember the last pay-per-view where I gave 2 matches 5 stars on one card. And I imagine if I did do it, it was a Mania or a Rumble or one of the big 4. Would be my guess. So
probably.
Yeah. So And this one, now they're both 5. Well, of course, we're about to pick our matches. This one might edge the other one out a little bit because there's more to it than a bag of money and a woman. We're fighting for the title here. Not only that, you got McMahon tie-ins and the Rock story, and there's just a ton of things going on. And it was just beautifully tied together. We love wrestling as theater, kids, and this is how you want it to end. Even though the bad guy won, it was still great. And of course, I guess we could talk about after the match too, because we got some shenanigans or some fighting at least. Stone Cold wasn't done. And dude, did you recognize China? I didn't realize that was China at first. She had clothes on. And I knew she was naked, but she was fully dressed, and I did not recognize at first that was China from that long distance shot. I did not.
Boomer's watched too much One Night in China. He's not used to anything.
No, like, okay, so this smart ass, but I mean, living in wrestling gear, like she had on a jacket and a sweater, wrestling gear, pants. And
I use that term loosely.
Oh, thank you. But yeah,
she leaves very little of the imagination when she's in that ring.
Yeah, but this was fun. This was entertaining. And I didn't talk about it earlier, and I did notice it throughout the pay-per-view, but they kept talking about the wood floor. It's like they left the fucking basketball court out, is what it looks like on the arena floor. I don't get that. Like, that's weird. When I went to SummerSlam, that was all concrete around the ring. They didn't have the wood floor down there. That's a little interesting. Maybe there was a game they had to, like, switch very quickly. Like,
maybe.
But yes, a beautiful way to end this No Mercy pay-per-view. Not bad overall. It was a decent show. There were just a few matches that were kind of, and there were a couple of stinkers, but pretty good show overall.
So, question.
Yes.
So, you told me that No Mercy,
yes,
UK does not count as one of the No Mercies. So, are we going to count it when we start ranking No Mercies?
Okay, so the cock doesn't count it, but to me, it's still the first No Mercy. I think it should count. I know it's UK, but it's still the first No Mercy.
Okay, so the next.
So I think
next year we will, because this is my rule. When we get to 3, we start ranking.
I think it should count. In my opinion,
I'm with you. I was asking your opinion.
Yep, I do think it should count. It's still technically the first one, so absolutely. All right, well, we made it through the pay-per-view. It's time to do some picking. Don't mean my nose.
I didn't. I know you pretty much alluded that this was a 5-star.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't rank it. Neither did you. Shit.
Yeah, maybe I disagree. You never know.
I'm gonna give it 5 stunners. My apologies.
I'm gonna give it 5 sledgehammers. Okay, I agree. It is
5 stunners, 5 sledgehammers. My bad. I get excited sometimes and I forget. Mold. Now we can pick.
One of those actually won the match.
The nose. Oh, I didn't say that. I said Triple H won. I mentioned that part.
I know, but you said 5 stunners. I said 5 sledgehammers. I said one of those.
I got you. Yes.
Stunner didn't do shit.
No, the sledgehammer won the match, and it wasn't even from Triple H. What kind of shit's that?
Yeah, no.
The People's Sledgehammer won the match. Right when Austin had the chair, too.
All right, now we can get to the best match.
It was such a great sequence. Okay, now we can go.
Favorite match of the night.
Favorite match of the night. Say his name. If I say Joe Hendry, will it happen? Joe. Shit.
Oh man, if we could get Joe Hendry to just show up because we say his name, it would be the greatest thing. Somebody needs to contact Joe Hendry. I just want him to just like show up.
It could be a video popping when we say his name, like.
Yeah. We just need to get a cameo and just put it on there.
All we need to just do, Joe, is this. Just wave.
Yeah. You just need to come out of somewhere and just say, just smile and then walk away. It'd be like that Community joke they did when they said Beetlejuice 3 times on the series and Beetlejuice just walks in the background. That's all I need. That's all I need.
I brought it up last week, but last week on NXT was the best one when he busted through the wall. After the guy said Joe Hendry's not here this week. It was great. That's the best one.
I know.
But anyway,
I love it.
We're on favorite match of the night, and I not only surprised myself, but I got to go with the main event, and I'm only going with the main event because there was more to it as far as story and stuff. Even though that ladder match was amazing and there was stuff in it I'd never seen, but I'm gonna pick the main event.
I'm going with the ladder match. That ladder match legit is one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that's all time. That's not just this pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong, I love the main event as well. The main event was great, but it had nothing to do with the ladder match.
There you go. Can't touch us.
Boom,
Can't touch us.
Can't touch us.
Can't do a lot of dancing. I got my back up. Yeah, that's fine.
Don't.
Oh, he's gonna do it for us. He'll dance for all of us. Cause he's a dancing
All right.
queen. Oh no, cut that.
Now, speaking of me dancing.
Worst match of the night.
I don't even got to think about it. It's fucking Moolah and Ivory. I don't know what we're doing.
My gosh, yeah, there wasn't really a guess on that one.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, but it was just not. And even if the crowd would have got into it a little more, maybe it would have been a little better. But it was just bad.
Well, unfortunately, so far, women's wrestling has not been super great. The Sable stuff was a little fun for a minute. It still wasn't great, but it was a little more entertaining at least.
Yeah.
And it was so short-lived, though. Now we haven't been seeing Sable. We haven't been seeing Jacqueline. Sunny's gone. Not that she ever wrestled on the pay-per-views. But
I haven't seen the other Tori I'm Not Wilson in a while.
Yeah. So far, the women's matches have been kind of very lackluster, which we knew were that way until we start getting Trish Stratus and Lita
and even at first it's still not. But that's when it starts changing. Lita should be pretty soon.
Lita should be soon. We got the Hardy Boys, so Lita should be coming any time now.
Yeah, but don't forget she shows up with S.A. Rios first.
I did forget that. Yes.
Yeah, but that's
the question is S.A. Rios ever show up in a pay-per-view?
That's a good question. I know he's on TV, but I don't know if he ever shows up. We might see her with the Hardy Boys.
He might be. She might already be with S.A. Rios, and he's just not showing up in our pay-per-views.
That could be true.
You're like, you know what? You have a very good point there.
Yeah, because I was trying to see. Okay, yeah, it's very possible because I know that SA debuted during the Sunday Night Heat era, and we're there because Sunday Night Heat started in '98 and it only lasted until 2000. So Lita's going to debut anytime. We just may not see her until she's with
shows up with the Hardy Boys.
So she's with a Hardy because she likes it hard.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. That's what I heard. But there you go. We're horrible people, and we know it. It's fine. February 13th, 2000. I had to Google it.
Oh, so it's very soon because we're
on Sunday Night Heat. I called that shit. This is with S.A. Rios.
1999. We're at the very end of it, so she's coming soon.
Isn't it fucked up the things we remember? But I was so in love with Lita that I remembered that she did with S.A. fucking Rios. Most people don't even remember S.A. Rios.
I don't remember S.A. Rios.
I wouldn't remember him if it wasn't for the Lita connection. So, still to this day, Lita's mad.
I had no idea she showed up with them first.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they both came. I know Lita came from ECW. They both might have came from
him first. So. Assuming am I?
Oh, you froze up a little. We're so close. All right, there we go. Okay. We won't peek behind the curtain. We thought we were having technical difficulties, so we're going to try to wrap this up. Let's plug some pluggables.
You can find me at Dragon Blazer Productions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the Tiki Takis. And you can also find me on the X at Dragon Blazer Pro. I hate that I'm now to the point where I just call it X and don't confuse myself with Twitter. Like
I know.
I miss Twitter. I miss it.
I do. And I miss tweeting instead of posting. And post on Facebook.
And every time I say the X, I think I'm talking about porn again. I think we're talking about One Night in China. You know, it doesn't sound clean. Okay, we call it the cock out of a joke.
Yes.
They legit just was like, let's call it X.
Yes. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But we are at the Boomer and Blaze Show on Facebook, not X, Facebook, Insta, and the TikTokies. We are at Boomer_Blaze on the X.
Huzzah!
All right. We did it. So there you go. We will be back next week with Survivor Series. I'm excited. I can't promise you there's Survivor Series matches I didn't pick, but I know we're in that era where there's a couple of these that might not have any or might only have one.
Yeah, we've kind of gone. It's fluctuated
back and forth. Yeah. But we also, after the 2000s, we get back into it because they do the brand split. So then you get Raw versus SmackDown for several years in a row. So
when's that? I wonder when does the brand split? I remember 2005. I think it was 2005.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's when the first. That's when the first SmackDown versus Raw game came out.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Well, I know it was short. It was sometime after WCW goes under because then they were like, we didn't have competition. That might be a rough time after WCW goes.
Yeah, it's rough. But then they bring ECW back, so that's part of the brand split when they try to redo ECW, and that doesn't work either. So,
you know.
Well, you can't call it ECW not having a hardcore. Like, you were just calling it ECW for no reason except for you own ECW. Like, that's why that didn't work. But anyway, next week's Survivor Series. Until then, this has been the Boomer and Blaze Show. I am Boomer.
And I'm Blaze.
And good night from Dragon Blazer Studios.
Pew pew! Have a bad day!